engineering is really not for you. Okay, but if you are naturally inclined to making life easier for people around you, you are a potential engineer. Okay, so it's all about solving problems. If at this tender age, you find yourself in secondary school, you find yourself in even people in primary schools, by the time you begin to get children that like just solving problems around them, begin to tag them, they will likely be very, very good engineers. So by the time you get to secondary school and you discover that this is something that is developing around you, I think you should begin to know that you might be a called engineer really. Okay, so I'll start by saying again that what's principally the difference rather between a scientist and an engineer. A good scientist is a person who has original ideas, but a good engineer is that person who will make a good design, a workable design out of very few ideas. Okay, very few ideas, and you are able to profile or bring very great solutions. From very, very small ideas or few ideas. Okay, so as engineers, we like solving problems. Of course, that was a statement by Freeman Dyson. Scott Adams said that engineers like to solve problems. So if you really don't like to solve problems, maybe you should not consider studying engineering. If there are no problems around us as engineers, if the problems are not handily available, we create one. Just because we want to make life easier for people, we want to add value to people around you. I will not sit down here and tell you that engineers will not make money. I like to make money. So if you also like to make money, if you like solving problems and you like making money out of the problems you solve, then consider studying engineering as well, because as engineers we make money. Okay, we make money. I know that people might begin to have questions around this now, but again, no worries, we'll talk about that. Alright, so how do we make our money? Engineering creates value, okay? And values create wealth. If we create value, definitely you create wealth. If you are able to sit down and look at the problems around you and how you can bring solutions to those problems, then you are going to create a lot of wealth for yourself. There are a lot of examples on this. If time permits, we'll talk about that. I will also say that engineers are they are job creators. We are not, and I use this word, true engineers. Okay, they are job creators and not just job seekers. When we find people seeking for jobs, their study of engineering or their knowledge base in engineering is really questionable, and I say that for free. It's really questionable. If you are a true engineer and you really study it to know what you're supposed to do, you will be creators of jobs and not just job seekers. We are usually financially independent. And we have upper hand when we choose to delve into other areas of life. I have a lot of my friends that we studied engineering together. They just decided to move into the banks. I've realized that by the time an engineer does an interview in a bank with even the accountants and all that, because of the knowledge base we have, the mathematical base, so many things that we are made of, you find them securing jobs during interviews, even when accountants and stuff and other people like that are there. I'm not saying this to just tell us that it's what actually happens, and you can Google it. There are facts that are readily available. If you need to be globally relevant, I would also say that you should study engineering. Why? Engineering is multidisciplinary. It is very, very collaborative. Very, very cool. So you always find your place in every infrastructural development job that you're doing. You always find your place. This time around we talk about, we don't just talk about vehicles, we talk about electric vehicles. Electric vehicles, motor or car, they are mechanical, I wouldn't call them devices, but they are automobiles that is mechanical in nature. But these days, we're talking about electric vehicles. That's where the world is going into, and I believe Nigeria will also, by the grace of God, very soon be going into that. And so many, even civil, by the time we're talking about civil use a lot of machines that has to do with mechanical, they do with structures, many of these things are automated, and those things are actually usually have electrical parts and all those things involved. So it's multidisciplinary, it is collaborative. You will definitely have something for yourself. You will definitely have something for yourself if you do it well. Nigeria today is deficient in infrastructural development, we know, but it's a platform. It gives us that the required platform. You know that if you know what you are doing, the fact that we have identified the problem that Nigeria is infrastructurally deficient gives us that platform to be our best and key in, plug in really to get things done for ourselves. Okay. Now, even when your nation, even when our Nigeria seem not to need us, if I can put it that way, many nations around the world are after. They are after people that will help them to develop their infrastructure. Okay, they celebrate infrastructure, so they want people who can help them to actually develop all this. Recently, this was about just 2 or 3 weeks, I got a link. Some people sent a link to me calling me that there's a job that you can Google it. Australia is currently recruiting about 5,000 foreign engineers. They are ready to provide recruitment and sponsorship of visas. Engineers, look at the jobs. 98% of those jobs are actually engineering jobs. So you are not just relevant in your local space, you are relevant even in the space beyond your locality. Okay, so now, how has the engineering curriculum been structured to help you? Number one, now engineering is a 5-year course in school, okay? 100 level, 200 up to 500 level. So it's not difficult, okay? It's not difficult. Why is it not difficult? 100 level, what? Basic, your normal, by the time nobody will start teaching you engineering in 100 level. They'll teach you physics, they'll teach you chemistry, they'll teach you mathematics, yeah, and basically all that. So by the time so that's what we do in 100 level. I can say that for free. I taught in the university, in Olamide University for over 10 years in engineering, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so 200 level is basic engineering courses that you do. So 100 level we do basic sciences. Don't forget that I said that science is the bedrock of engineering. Okay, so 200 level we do basic engineering courses. Everybody, either you are civil, mechanical, electrical, whatever, you'll be doing the same thing. Okay, so by the time you now get to 300 level, you begin to focus on your preferred field. Okay, so you want to do okay.
Hello John, good evening. Can you speak a little bit louder, John?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
You want to ask my guest a question? Or you want to answer a question?
I'll answer the question.
Alright, go ahead.
The answer is
Self-faith, yeah.
Is
Alright, John, thank you so much. I'll let you know if you are correct, John. Thank you so much. So, please, you can go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so I will say,
you begin to focus on where you are, what you want to do, whether it is all that. So it starts with basic science, goes to basic engineering, and then you now focus on your field. By that time, you would have had good base. 400 level, you have opportunity to do a 6-month industrial training experience where you will be absorbed into any engineering field or any engineering company to train yourself. 500 level, you begin to consolidate on the training that you have had. Okay, so now, but where do we get it wrong? I must admit that these people, a lot of people might say, no, but if this is the way it is, then engineering should be good. All engineers should be doing it well. Where do we get it wrong? The problem we usually have is that in our foundation years, we focus on making friends rather than making our marks. And that's the problem. Okay, like I said, I lectured in the university. You see people come in 100 level, is friends, and and they begin to flash their courses. They want to go back home and say, I'm studying electrical engineering, I'm studying mechanical engineering. No, it's not time for all that. What you need to do is to develop your knowledge base, expand yourself, find your footing, okay, rather than just flashing yourself. But the problem now happens in 300 level. By that time, they begin to understand that, wow, they have lost some time. They have lost some time really, and I'm a Christian, but my own Bible says that if the foundation is destroyed, what would the righteous do? Okay, so it's actually a problem at that level, but you can still do it, because one thing I have observed is this. You see, in 100 level and 200 level, you can make a lot of, you can, if you want to make a first class, make your first class in make good, have very good grades in 100 and 200 level. In 300 level, the best students and the worst students, that difference between their GP is not much again. But by the time somebody is coming with a GP of 1, 2 from 100 level, and somebody that is coming with 5, that's what now makes the difference in 300 level and all that. So having lost time, the next problem where we get it wrong is our 400 level, where we have the opportunity to do IT, industrial training experience. Many people begin to, you see, at this level of your training, don't start looking for money. Don't look for what you will earn, look for what you will earn. Okay, I mean, don't look for what you will earn, rather look for what you will learn. People will start looking for banks where they will be able to pay them 100,000, 200,000 as students. No, seek knowledge. By the time you seek knowledge, that knowledge will give you the money you need later. You see, I have a lot of my friends, I didn't seek their consent, so I will not mention names here, where by the time they went to places, they were not paid, but they learned. Today, in fact, one of my friends is working in Lafarge. A lot of my friends really, they did a lot of where they worked, and they gathered a lot of experience. Those people told them, you cannot go, you have to come back after. So after their NYC, some of them even came back to serve in the same place. Some of them are working in the same place, and they are making good money out of all this. So look for what you will learn first before you talk about what you will earn. After graduating, well, we would have succeeded in preparing ourselves to start looking for jobs rather than creating jobs. If we start looking for how to make money in 400 level, you would just have succeeded in preparing yourself to start looking for money, I mean for a job, rather than creating job for yourself, or rather than giving yourself the opportunity to have been positioned yourself for employers to get you into Alright, let me just, because of my time, I used this slide in the last time I came, and I want to say it again. In the future of engineering, two things will happen. Machines will replace humans, and engineers will invent machines. If you want a means of survival for yourself, consider studying engineering. Thank you very much.
But I want you to speak to something, especially for young people, undergraduates. The CGPA, how can it be managed for someone that wants to come out with maybe a 2-1, a 2-2 in engineering? What courses should they concentrate on, what units and all? Because this is what most undergraduates are ignorant of before getting to the university.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Presenter. You see, to get a very good CGPA out is just very easy. It only requires you to be focused from the beginning. You see, if you, there will not be time for me to begin to tell you how they calculate GPA. That's not really, I believe that's not your question, but how I will address it is this. You see, by the time, we have a very good opportunity in 100 level. People that are studying maths, people that are studying chemistry, people that are studying physics, you are doing the same courses with them. So a lot of all these people may not really, before you are even studying engineering, you must be one of the best. So by the time other people are getting 40, 50, and they are happy with 40, 50 in their 100 level, when everybody is doing the same thing, aim at getting your 90. Aim at, shoot at getting 100. If you cannot get 100, you get 95, or you get 90, or at least you get your 70. If most people that would do very well and have first class, they would clear, most of them, they will have 5 points in 100 level. Yeah, it's the basis. So concentrate, focus from the beginning. The moment you enter the university, know that it is not the time for me to come and show off the clothes I will have or the brilliance. But as an engineer, for you to have been admitted to study engineering, to some extent you are very brilliant. So when others are aiming at getting a D, getting an E or a C, aim at getting A in all your courses. And the courses we do as engineers in 100 level are not too many. Math, physics, chemistry, of course, maybe English. You could have two mathematics, maybe chemistry, chemistry practical, physics, physics practical. So maybe some courses they could just do biology depending on where you are going. So that's just it. So from the beginning, from the outset, ensure you get A's in all your courses. By the time you now get to 300 level, you have a good foundation for yourself that you will know where you are going. So it will be easy. Let me tell you this. When I was in my final year, I knew what I was graduating with. I didn't study much in my final year. I'm telling you the truth. But 100 level and 200 level, I was the best in the whole of my faculty. In the whole of my department. 100 level and 200 level. So 300, 400, I had time to consolidate. 500 level, there was no time for all those things. I spent, rather than doing all that, in my 500 level, I was focusing on the networks that I would be able to use to find my footing. That was the truth for me. Thank you.
Viewer asked me at some point that he in secondary school he didn't study the subject collection he has. Technical drawing is not part of it. Further maths is not part of it. And you've brought in guests here that spoke about the importance of mathematics and the importance of things he did not study technical drawing in secondary school, and he did not study further maths in secondary school.
Thank you very much. I will also respond by saying that while in secondary school, maybe I didn't have the opportunity of going to a very good school, but I made in my own level. I think I had about 7 A's or so, but I didn't do technical drawing in my own level, and I didn't do further maths in my own level. But all my drawing courses in the second year, of course, second year that's when you do the basic engineering courses and you have the drawing. My engineering drawing courses, I had A's in them. So I never did technical drawing until when I got into the university. We call it engineering drawing, and I had my A's. So it's not just remove that fear. Once you come in with that focus, come in with that determination, that's it.
Because our time is up. I would like you to speak to. You spoke about the 3 Y's that you should study engineering. You spoke about global relevance. I'd like you to speak a little bit more, because we know that the world is now a global village square, not even a village. Speak more to that as we round off the program.
Thank you very much. Like I said, I lectured in in Nigeria before I left about 2 years ago. Yeah, but I came in here. I felt that I needed to do something. I needed to be in the industry. I just wanted to have this industry thing and all that. Yeah, because I had a very good number of years in the academics, it was a bit of a challenge for me initially when I came in, but I didn't spend all the time. I spent maybe maximum of 5 months for me to get
You have a break, a call now. Grace from Grace, good evening. Hello, Grace. Please can go ahead so that will be my last question for the day. Can go ahead, engineer.
Alright, so yes, like I was saying, so immediately I got here with the knowledge base I have and all that, I was able to fit into where I work at the moment. So there are some the world generally is the engineering itself is multidisciplinary, like I said. So you always find yourself to be able to easy to be able to collaborate with other areas, and you will just find a place to plug in as an engineer. And infrastructural development, like I said, outside Africa especially is at a peak, and they need people to help them to develop this. And let me say this, even people, the white people that come to Nigeria, we see them as expatriates. I tell you, they are coming to Nigeria to come and train. I can ask people in industries, they don't bring the best of the engineers to Nigeria. They bring people to train in Nigeria because of the platform we have, and they now take them back. So if you are able to do it, you are. I tell you, if they are bringing in 10 people, 10 white people, 2 of them are probably the good engineers. The other one, not good. 2 of them are probably the very qualified engineers. Other ones are actually coming to learn under their. They have schools, and they just push them to the field. Nigeria is a field for them really to learn on the job. So, yeah. If you understand, so practice it on the field, really.
We have to go now. Our time is up. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure having you around, and a pleasure to impact knowledge in our young ones. Thank you so much for calling and for featuring on the program.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. We have to go now, and our question for the day, our caller got it right. John, that called from Ikorodu, got it correctly. The answer is gypsum. That is the common name for calcium sulfate, gypsum. So if you are here, I'm sure you're watching us, John, please call this number 003-086-7011. You'll get your prize courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer Mr. Shillon, FNSC. And for the question for the week, as we continue, what are the elements that is present in urea? Elements present in urea. If you know the answer, please drop it on our social media handle as shown on your screen. Then you get the prize courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer MC Shillon, FNSC. We have to go now. Thank you so much for always being there every week. I'm sure you enjoyed the program for today. Next week is another time to bring you another guest with another interesting topic to learn from. Until then, bye-bye.